What is up, everybody? This is Recap Rewind. I'm J-LAG and I'm here with
N-BEA.
And we are here at the final episode.
Final season finale.
Season finale.
Game of Thrones.
Season 7.
Episode
7.
7.
Lame.
Ugh, no.
What a great episode. Just right off the top.
It was
fantastic.
very satisfying. It was running at what? About
1 minute
an
20,
hour and 20?
120. Yeah.
So it was a pretty big chunk of time.
Yeah. Lots happens.
Lots of goodness.
So let's get
definitely not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like in terms of like the murder rate. The kill rate. I was like, it's gonna be crazy.
But it
wasn't as like crazy, guys. It was more like excitement.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was definitely like excited.
And nervous.
And so was Khaleesi.
Basically. Okay, let's get into it. So we start off at King's Landing, and this is just the whole meeting that they're all about to have.
Yeah, but we were confused because we were like, wait, like are
they
at Castle
Rock?
And the Unsullied are like waiting outside now.
Yeah.
But I felt like they were inside, and
right,
because it didn't look like King's Landing. That's the thing.
That's what I got so confused, because I think the thing that threw me off is Grey Worm was sitting outside. Last time we saw Grey Worm, he was inside Castle Rock. So,
but like even the structure of like the where they were standing, it didn't look as big as King's Landing is. Like I know like King's Landing is so grand. This looked like that middle like castle, Castle Rock. So I was just really confused.
I agree.
But yeah, so I think they're all at King's Landing.
At King's Landing. So we're just going to conclude that that's where they were. And essentially, everybody just kind of rolls up except for Dany. And they're all just kind of walking so slowly.
They're all walking slow, like
guys, I know
hands.
You thought this was like the most intense moment because they just kept building this shit right up.
Yeah.
They made you try to feel some type of way the entire time. Everyone was like walking slowly, having slow conversations, meeting everybody. Everybody's meeting each other. So Brienne and the Hound talk real quick at one point in time.
So when they roll up, they let them in, right? How did that happen? What was that first shot when you see them coming together?
I think they're all just kind of walking up like the path.
True.
They're just walking up the path. It's like a small, the small group of them minus Daenerys.
Bronn was there. He's like, you guys come this way.
Bronn is like, oh yeah, your girl Brienne's already here.
Like in the back.
And Pod. He's like, these guys already rolled up, so like you guys come through too.
Yeah.
So they all kind of go together, and then
you see some conversations as they're like having this long ass walk.
At one point in time, it does cut to Jaime and Cersei talking with each other, and she basically is like, we're gonna have this meeting, but then she looks to the mountain and she's like, when you get a chance, like kill that silver-haired bitch. Yeah. She's like, just kill everybody, basically.
Kill him.
Yeah. And my stupid brother. Yeah. And that shit. She's just like talking shit, basically.
Yeah.
And so the Hound and Brienne talk real quick. She's like, hey. He's like, hey.
He's like, hey, thought you were dead. She was
thought I killed you. / like, it was kind of awkward.
Like, what? And how did Arya come up though?
Arya came up because she was like, oh yeah, by the way, she's fine.
Yeah,
she's alive.
Like, she's alive. Like, good, whatever.
And he's like, where is she? And it was kind of cute to remember. Like, they basically fought to the death, and she was there to protect Arya.
And then she's like, I tried to protect her too. Like,
and then he's like, well, if you're here, who's protecting her? And she's like, don't worry, she can take care of herself. She can like kick my ass, so she's fine.
Like the only one that needs protecting is whoever gets in her way.
Yeah.
Because like she's so bad.
It was kind of cute, and then they kind of like did a little smirk, and they're like
your daughter.
Touche, y'all. Yeah, exactly. And then it cuts to like the meeting. So they met in the dragon pit.
Which
I didn't realize until after.
Even more like nerve-wracking because like they're in this middle battle kind of
like Colosseum,
and like they walk in and Cersei's not there yet, so you're like, they walk in slowly, they get there, they kind of sit there like looking around, there's like multiple entrances, and you're nervous because you're like, what is this, what's Cersei gonna like do right now? How is she gonna lurk into them? Is she gonna attack them?
Right,
that's the feeling that you're getting. But Khaleesi's still not there. She's not there
still
either.
Ain't there. Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, this is like one of the best parts too.
It was
but yeah, so they wait.
Yeah. They all sit down. It's all very, very tense. Like, I know watching it myself, like, me and N-BEA were just like holding our breaths, like seeing what's gonna happen. Cersei is someone gonna like kill someone? Yeah. Cersei's the last one to show up. She sits down with her sick dress and looking all like fly and crazy and like evil. And then
so she sits, and then I think like even the Hound and
the
Clegane have like a cute little moment too.
Yeah,
not cute, but like
the Hound and the Mountain have like a conversation real quick. He just like goes up to him and he's like, I don't know what they did to you.
Like,
I know that
messed up.
He's like, you look worse than I do. But he's like basically like you know your time is gonna come.
Yeah.
And you know who's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And
I was like, who? And you're like
it'll be him. Like, oh, yeah, true. It was like always like what he wanted to
his
do.
Brother. Yeah.
Because he always thought he was a threat.
And then Cersei's like lounging on that chair. She's like, "Where's the queen at? Huh?
She's like, where's that bitch?
Like rolling up late. Like what the hell? Like she like the dynamic between these two powerhouse females is amazing to watch.
Just seeing all of them
so
though,
funny
on a public
all
stage.
Of them for sure. Because like even when they all walked in, everyone that was coming on Cersei's side had an enemy from like Jon and Khaleesi's side. So like even Euron like sees Theon, he's like, eh.
Yeah.
And
he's
like
Tyrion, I got you.
She's like Jaime, he's like, eh. And then like Missandei, I don't know, she doesn't know one.
Yeah, she doesn't know any. But everybody else
like, everyone
had
like
had somebody to like rival against.
Yeah. I don't know who
funny.
Jon had, but
I mean, everybody, I guess. But he cares more about the fucking, like, White Walker. That's why they're all there in the first place.
He's down for the business. So then she sits down and she's pissed because she's like, where's your queen at? Like,
she's like, talking shit on Tyrion because, like, she's like, this fucking guy, like, pulled us all together. Yeah. Why?
And then right when she says that, like, you hear, like, the dragons, like, lurking in.
And sure enough, like, Drogon, like, lurks in. He swoops down.
He has his big moment.
His big, like, flappity moment. Screams and shit. And, like, lets her down. And she, like, nonchalantly, like, gets off her fucking gigantic dragon. And then she, like, walks up. And then he, like, dips.
And Cersei's face, guys. Like, I have to say, Lena Headey, the actress that plays Cersei, amazing. She's it is fantastic. So hard to express, like, without words and dialogue. Like, how do you express what this character is trying to feel right now?
Right.
Was just looking at her face, like, you could feel it. Oh, she's feeling scared, but she's trying to act like she's, like, tough. Like, she's trying to, she's like, like, you can just see it in her face. Like, it's amazing.
In every nuance of her, like, twitch in her mouth.
She's like trying to look from the corner of her eye, but like not seeming like too desperate. Like, so many things. So like
in that moment when like they come down and she sees his dragons, you can tell like, everybody's in
trying
awe.
To act like calm.
Cool.
She's trying to act cool. She's like, yeah, whatever.
But like deep down, she's like,
she's probably like sketching out. Yeah, she's like, oh my god, she really does have dragons. Like, this is legit. Like,
exactly. So then, and then as soon as Dany
she sits down,
she's like, you were late.
She's like, you made us wait. We've been here sitting for a long time.
And like she wasn't, but like
Khaleesi's like, okay, like
she's
sorry,
like, my bad. She like just sits
like
down.
Calm down.
It was kind of cool. This scene actually was so cool to see because it was like having everyone in one space. It was
watching this meeting
so cool. Like,
but I have to say also
seeing them right beside, like, we're never gonna see that again.
No,
like, we're never gonna see both of them sitting in the same space without them at each other's throats.
Killing each other.
So like, it was really cool to see them all sitting in the same space. Like, it was really.
They gave it to you once, and that's all you need. Like that one.
That's true.
Interaction.
That's true.
But I loved how, and I feel like I've seen Khaleesi like this for the whole entire series. As she was getting off the dragon and she's walking up towards where they are.
Yeah.
She looked so little.
She
like
is.
This little girl with this white blonde hair walking up, and she's really like, they're all waiting for her to get there.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is who she's been this entire time.
Yeah.
This little tiny girl. How does she have so much power? Like, it's
so
amazing.
True. It's so true.
Amazing.
Like, if you pull her all the way back to season 1, episode 1, this young, innocent, young child, basically, who was being sold off by her brother. Like, she was such an innocent.
How much she's grown. We've seen her grown like, since that time.
We've seen her wardrobe change.
Yeah.
and
it's not even just a dragon. It's really not. Like, it's more than even just her sitting down and Cersei saying that to her and her being like, sorry. Like, my apologies. Like, she didn't, like, get back to her. She didn't say, like, a snarky comment back to her.
I mean, she
like,
totally could have. She's probably just holding her tongue, though.
But that's all in, like, learning how to be, like, properly, like, political, too.
That's
like, she's not, like, a little immature girl.
Unlike
like,
her man.
With her dragons, like, flying
Snow,
through, like,
who, like, done fucked shit up.
So anyway, so the meeting starts.
Yeah.
That meeting starts.
So, yeah. Euron QuickTime picks a fight with Theon.
Euron was so extra.
Extra. We find out later why, but like he was being he was being very, very annoying.
He picks on Tyrion.
He picks on Tyrion. He like gets in his face as soon as Tyrion starts talking, and like.
But then he sits back down.
Then he sits back down. It was just it was extra. So then Tyrion speaks. for everybody, basically, like best speaker of all time. And he's like,
look, we have one enemy.
We have some shit going on.
We gotta like fight together.
And then the White Walker comes out. The Hound brings it outside.
Okay, so here's my thing. Last week we talked about the mission to get the White Walker to show Cersei. Yeah. And we ripped it apart. We were like, what a stupid plan. It's totally useless. But this week, I have to say, it all made sense.
Sure.
Because if they had rolled up without that zombie, it just wouldn't have had the same like impact. Then again, Cersei, it didn't really matter.
It didn't matter.
But still, like even for that scene to see it like running at her, like coming for her face. Yeah. Like she looked terrified. Yeah. Like, she looked terrified. Yeah. So even just that, I was like, yeah, they needed a sample.
I didn't know that they needed a sample. The way they got that sample was not necessary.
But how were they gonna get it? On a dragon swooping down to pick it up?
Yes, exactly.
No, they can't do that. Why? How is the dragon gonna pick up one zombie?
What do you mean? It's got claws. It just goes and grabs it.
That sounds a little crazy.
No, what was crazy was getting them all out there.
100% it was crazy, but I don't think I could see like a dragon swooping and like picking one up perfectly and like carrying it perfectly back home.
Bring like 10 of them then. Grab 10 of them. I don't care. No, that 100% would have worked.
Anyways,
digress.
So they show the sample of like
the sample
size. The sample of the zombie. And Cersei
it was cool. It was cool to see like the unleash, like the
he like ran
reveal
straight
or whatever.
For Cersei.
Because like the
he
Hound
didn't
like
run for anyone else.
Yeah, the Hound like sees it. He opens up the box and he kind of like kicks it, and then like nothing happens. And then he like
sleeping up in there,
pushes it over, and then like it's like this cool like roll out, and then he like comes right after Cersei like right away. And
see, a lot of my thinking for the longest time was that these creatures are like frozen. They're only there in an ice cold weather, but like. And now I'm seeing it like no, they're like legit zombies. They're like like they're like the Walking Dead zombies. Like they can exist in heat too. It doesn't matter. They're just like dead creatures. And anyway, so basically they show her,
and everybody's like petrified. Everybody freaks the fuck out.
They kill it, and Jon's like he does like a little like sample like killing like show.
Yeah, he like grabs the arm, and then like even like what's his name?
Qyburn was trying to be like
he's like
Qyburn's like what is this? How can I make this on my own? Like he's such a loser. He came out of nowhere, so he's like here.
He's like cool,
and then Jon's like give me that. Like I'm gonna burn it, and so then, Jon like shows like you can burn it with a flame,
or you can like cut them with
and there's dragon glass, so you can either like kill it with
dragon glass. They do both, and like the woman's like, okay, cool.
Cersei.
And then the woman, Cersei. And then right after that, Euron is like, yo, this is fucked up. Can they walk on water? And they're like, no.
Literally, Euron jumps out of his seat. He's like, can they go in the water? And they're like, no. He's like, okay, bye. Literally, this guy like dips.
Yeah, he leaves.
He's like, okay, well, I live on an island, so do you, Khaleesi. So you should dip too. Yeah. I'm gonna go home now. And he left. And we both were like, what?
That was like, so random.
So random.
It's so random.
It felt so weird.
And like, obviously, like by the end of the episode, that's what happens. So
he dips.
Yeah.
And Cersei still was like, I don't care.
Well, she did care. At that point in time, she was like, okay, interesting. True, yeah. She was like, I agree.
We have to help each other.
We have to fight only if the king in the north bends the knee to me.
Yeah, and she's like, Khaleesi, you go do your thing. And Khaleesi's like, what? You're not going to ask me to like bend the knee? She's like, I know you're not going to like bend the knee for me, obviously. Right. But at least the king in the north, he can for me. Yeah. Like, at least give me that.
And then friggin'
Jon Snow, because he wants that V so hard.
Fucking fucks
he looks
everything
at her
up. Yeah.
And he's like, to Cersei, and he's like, well, I can't because I already bent the knee to my one queen. Like, she's my queen. And Cersei's face was like that face when you make when the guy like chooses the next girl.
Yeah.
Like, she was like,
she was
what?
Like, are you fucking serious?
And then Tyrion's like, honestly, man. Like
everyone was like, honestly, man. Even Daenerys was like, she like looked. She was like, she like Loki smiling.
She was like. First of all, Khaleesi was so excited this entire episode. Like the
she
amount
like,
of like,
hubba.
Like she's like exuding from that chair. She's probably like, oh my god, I can't. Like, because she had to like shift. She was like getting turned on so much.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my god, like he's like literally like, because he's saying it in front of everyone,
and he's like looking at her too. He's like, that's my queen.
Yeah.
He's like looking at her.
Like the entire time we're just giggling. We're like, oh my god, she can't even contain herself.
So we didn't even realize. I didn't even realize that was like the biggest fuck up that you could make until after Cersei leaves.
Because we were so excited about.
Because we were so excited about what had just happened. I'm like, yes, queens, and then.
So basically, in that moment, Cersei gets really cheesed. She's like, what the hell is this? Like, why am I gonna team up with you? Like, you, it's like 2 against 1 essentially, right? Like, you're not even like with me. Like,
you're already
I can't do that.
She's like, she dips, and then everyone goes in after Jon, and everyone's like, why couldn't you just? He's like, you couldn't just lie. Like in that one moment, like you.
He's like, no. He's like, my dad never lied, and I never will either.
And like that's what got him killed. Relax. And I'm like, okay, chill, relax. Honestly.
Anyways, Tyrion's like, would it have killed you just to lie right now? Because like, look, now she's cheesed. Now she's like not going to be on her side. Now she's not going to do it.
And even Brienne like runs after Jaime as she's going. She's like, go talk to your sister. And then he's like.
I love how it's literally Cersei is the meanest girl ever. Like literally everyone is like trying to like talk to this girl, and she's like cursing everyone else out. Like nobody is on her side right now.
Nobody likes you right now.
Nobody likes you.
She's just powerful because she hates everybody and she has power.
Like even like Brienne going up to Jaime, she's like, "Hey, you're my friend." She's like, and Cersei's like, "Who's that? Like, why are you talking to her?
Yeah,
Jaime, come back, come here." Like she's just like.
She fully like gave them looks.
Yeah,
like,
she's like, don't talk to my brother.
She's like, get the fuck out of here
right now.
Twin brother.
So anyways, Jaime's like, no, I can't do anything. Like it's out of my hands, whatever. And then Tyrion gets a smart idea to be like, I volunteer as tribute. I will go inside the chambers and like talk to my sister. Yeah. And Khaleesi got mad too. She's like, what do you think you're doing? I didn't come all the way here to like for you to get killed for what? Like because it's such a stupid idea. Like you're gonna go into her chambers. You're gonna go in there and you're like, really gonna think you're gonna come back alive. Yeah. Really.
But I mean, I guess he did. But honestly, this entire opening of this whole episode, it was very, very tense for me.
The only thing they built up a lot of the was that like I didn't think he would die just because I'm like, this seems too obvious. Like it's too easy
for him to just walk in there.
For him to walk in and like he's gonna get stabbed in the back. Like it sounds not like Cersei. She would kill him in a grander way, you know, like not in her office where like no one sees it.
That's
you
true.
Know? But anyway, so. That whole sequence
it's really, really good. He goes in and he's like, basically...
He sees Jaime before he walks in.
Yeah.
And Jaime's like, dude, like, you're crazy. Like, she's gonna kill you. He's like,
you're an idiot. And
he's like, I guess, like, I'll say bye to you, like, now. Because, like, you're crazy.
Because you're not gonna come back.
And then, like, he goes into the hallway. We see, like, a really nice shot from the back. From the end of the hall. And then you're like, this might be the last time we see him. Like, from Jaime's perspective, right? And then he walks in and then, like...
I don't understand why they all can't just sit and talk to each other. Like... You know,
you're like, why does Jaime have to dip? You mean?
Yeah, like they're siblings.
Why can't he be the middle?
Like they can all just chill and talk.
But I think because Cersei got mad at Jaime at that moment,
right? Because he tried to talk to
yelled at.
She told me to leave, so I left.
Yeah,
but so like, what a puss! He's honestly is no freaking balls. Anyway, so Tyrion walks in, he talks, and then he's basically like, if you really want to kill me, then kill me right now. It was one of the most emotional scenes for Cersei to have in a very long time.
He was also like very like, he's like, I get it, you hate me, oh my god, you hate me, you want to kill me, but why though? Like I didn't. He's like, okay, I killed our father because like he wanted to kill me, but he's like, you know, when you had those kids, they were like the love of my life. Like I love those kids, like you love them.
And she was so angry. She was so angry that she couldn't even like get him to say it. She was like, I do not want to hear it from you. I do not want to hear how much you love them because now they're dead anyway. So it doesn't make a difference.
But like you could tell it like hit her too.
For sure, because I think at the end of the day, like
Tyrion, like she sees him as like, and you even hear in this episode too, the way she talks to Jaime, like he's the idiot.
Yeah.
And I think she sees Tyrion as definitely lower than her, but still smarter. Very smart still.
Like looking back at like earlier seasons, they had very, very, very good conversations with each other. They are kind of like in the same level of cunning.
Yeah.
And the same level of planning and talking strategy and stuff like that. She really, I think respects that about him. And I think that in her own way, I don't care what like Cersei puts off. She doesn't hate him to the point where she wants to kill him. I don't care what she says.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what he did, right? He called her out. Like, he was like, okay, go do it right now. Say it and I'll kill me. That's it.
Like, you love your family. And
she couldn't do it.
So, like, you can't do it. I think, and honestly, this episode really, really helped humanize Cersei a lot for me, at least. And then she, like, goes and fucks it up at the end anyway. But
100%. Like, I didn't trust, and I didn't trust anything that woman said this episode. Like, everything she was saying, I'm like, I don't believe her. I don't believe her. It's too easy.
It was just very...
It was so easy. I'm like, no, this is not Cersei. Like, she doesn't roll like this. You know what I mean? This is true. Not... This is Game of Thrones end of the series. Like, this is not... She's not going to play nice right now. Yeah. Like, anyways. So in that meeting with her and Tyrion, they basically talk it out.
And then she like, and then it cuts. But then like by the end of it, she like rubs her belly because then she talks about how
like having the new world,
and like how Euron. She's like, maybe Euron had the right idea. Maybe like
protecting just
I
the
want
family.
to just protect my family. And then she kind of rubs her belly, and then Tyrion's like, oh, you're pregnant, and then kind of like zooms in on his face. Pause right here, right now. Now that we know what's going on in this episode. We talked about this like way back, playback, when she first announced that she was pregnant. And you and I both said, she's not pregnant. She's fucking lying to Jaime.
Did she drink the wine that he gave her?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't think they knew about alcohol poisoning for babies.
No, I know.
Back then. Like, that's all they had. But do you think at this point in time that she's telling the truth? Or do you think that she really is lying?
That's a hard question because I felt like in that moment with Tyrion, she could have been lying.
Right.
But then what happened at the end of the episode, I'm like, no, I don't think she's lying.
I think it's the opposite. I think in that moment she could have been telling the truth and saying that she is with child. And he's like, oh shit, she is with child. But then at the end, when you hear what, like the fact that like all this stuff happened and a lot of it was like, you know, all figured out already. Like she had played this whole thing with Euron. Like earlier, like for all we know, every little thing that she's done from now until the end of the episode was a strategic plan, including this freaking pregnancy, including rubbing her belly with Tyrion in the room. Like, there's so many things. So like, for her to for her to even say like, okay, because what happens after they meet is she comes back outside and she's like, okay, I will pull my bannermen together and we're gonna come fight for you.
She's saying this to Khaleesi.
To Khaleesi and Jon. So that's all resolved. But now that now that I'm really thinking about it, like why would like that conversation change? And it's only because she's convinced Tyrion now that she's pregnant and like that's why she's gonna change her mind.
Right.
It's a very strategic move on her part.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the first thing that I thought too was like
it gives her a motivation. I think that's what it is. Like it
gives her a change of like a mind.
It's a play on. Yeah, for sure. He's like, oh, now she's pregnant. She's gonna want to protect her. Yeah. She's messing with everyone.
Yeah, because at the same time, she's also saying to Tyrion like the first thing that I thought as soon as she did that belly rub and he was like, oh, you're pregnant. Was now he has too much information as the hand of the queen of someone else. Why would she let him go scot-free, alive, with that very crucial information that there is a next one in the line? Like,
but why is that bad for Khaleesi to know?
Because then she's vulnerable. She's pregnant. She's vulnerable. Like some shit's gonna happen. They need to like get rid of her right now. So they need to get rid of Cersei right now.
That's true. You're right.
Because like she's like in a more weak position. Yeah. But for all we know now at this point, she played that whole shit to show that she's vulnerable and she's like this wounded woman.
And I also think she's playing it because I think it'd be interesting if you see one character, this female character who is using that pregnancy as a means to like move her around this chessboard. Then you have this other girl, Khaleesi, who might possibly and probably will get pregnant by by next season. So it's how are you using that pregnancy really, right? Like in how you're fair, in your character's like arc, like how are you using that?
That's true.
Yeah.
So then we take a pause.
And Cersei's prophecy is 3 children only, so like
true.
I don't see that fourth coming through at all.
Yeah, no, it's to me it's a lie.
Yeah,
and I think that is one of the things that's gonna.
You're right. Push now, especially.
Over the edge. Okay, so then it cuts to Winterfell. And Sansa and Littlefinger have a really quick conversation. So good. It was so frustrating to watch this part again.
So guys, we thought that Sansa was gonna be dead Kelly. Like dead Kelly this episode. Like she's done. Like,
so this is very
nerve-wracking.
So right in the beginning, Sansa and Littlefinger are having a conversation and they're like she's like freaking out. She doesn't know what to do.
She's sketching out so hard. She's like, my sister's coming for me. Like, yeah. I'm like, why? She just asked you a question last episode. Okay, yeah, maybe she did kind of scare you, but like...
she was pretty freaking scary. Arya was scaring the shit out of everybody, I think, at that moment. So then Littlefinger is like, usually I play a game with myself at this point in time when I'm like worried about what someone's going to do.
And like, what's your next move?
So then he's like, you think about the person and like that person and like what their worst scenario would be. Why are they coming for you right now? And then she was like, Arya wants to do it so she can become queen of like Lady of Winterfell. And so she's like, I'm going to have to kill my sister, basically. So she gets all the way.
What do you have to do? She's like, I'm going to kill my sister. I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I didn't believe it for a second. No. I said this maybe 2 podcasts ago or one, whatever it was. And I said it. I was like, she's going to make you, whether or not she changes her mind after, or like if it's like premeditated, she's gonna change her mind on Littlefinger. Right. I said it in one of our podcasts. I'm like, she's gonna make him think that she's doing his plan. Yeah. But then she's gonna do the other plan. She knows.
I thought that was learned. So I thought that was gonna happen.
She's learned from him now.
I thought that was gonna happen, but I thought it was gonna be like to her downfall because she was sketching the.
Yes, I thought maybe it would get like mixed up somehow or something.
Like she would like die somehow because of the fact that she's like so fucked up.
That's what I mean. Like I definitely didn't expect it to turn out this good. Like I definitely didn't think that.
So we'll put a pause on that for now. So like now we're kind of assuming that like some shit's gonna go down. Yeah. Sansa's gonna have to kill Arya for like some whatever reason. Yeah. And then it cuts to Dragonstone, and they're all kind of just chilling now. They're like, okay, sick. We talked to Cersei. We're all good to go. And then they're kind of planning their next like movement. Yeah. And so they're basically saying, let's we should roll up together at Winterfell so they know that we're like allied together. Wait, we missed a really
important scene here.
Go, say it.
So in between the time when Tyrion's talking to Cersei, it cuts back to the pits.
Is that right? Yeah.
And then before John's like mossing. He's just like lurking on like the dragon pits. Like this is a pretty. I can't believe he like.
Sorry.
And then he finds like a little like cute like bone, whatever. He's like looking, and then like Khaleesi like comes over too, and she's like, oh, like what is that? Let me like touch it. But then like they go off into like this really like little area, like romantic like alleyway kind of, and like you can still see the tent and like everyone over there. And J-LAG's like, oh my God, they're going to make out there. I'm like, they're not going to make out there. People are like standing right there. But they have a good conversation right there. And she was like, yeah, like my family's like so lit. And he goes, yeah, true. But then like the talk of like her having a baby came up. Like, I don't know how that happened.
So it happened because she was talking about the dragon pits and how
like they were used as slaves.
They were used basically to like fight each other, and slowly but surely they like got smaller and smaller, and then they basically died out. And she's like, look at my family, we died out too. She's like, I'm the only one left, and he's like,
and she's like, I can't have a baby. Like whatever she says.
He's like, but what do you mean you can't have a? She's like, but what do you mean? Like,
he's like, who told you can't have a baby? Huh?
Yeah. He's like, because she's like this one witch. He's like, that was what you were basing your
whole fucking challenge. Challenge accepted.
He's like, challenge accepted. I'm gonna freaking try it.
Yeah. So she was like, some witch like told me that I can't, and like. And my husband's like my baby with my husband, like it died.
Like that's like some WebMD like, shit, girl. Like,
yeah, she was like, that's it though. Like his face was like, wait for me though.
He was like, wink, wink, wait until we get in that boat. Like basically.
She was like, she like backed herself onto that wall, and I was like, are they actually gonna make out? Like,
and then
like, guys, I want to see everyone's like faces when these moments are on the screen, because like you really don't. You know the truth of who Jon is.
Oh my gosh, yes.
As the audience. But like it is the hardest thing because you're like you want it to happen so hard, but like also you're like, ew, like she's his aunt too.
I don't care.
But like I don't care.
I don't care about that at all.
But like I just want like 60 minutes of just Jon and Khaleesi. Like I don't want this like Tyrion like coming through. Why?
So yeah, at that moment, that's when Tyrion comes in, and then Cersei comes in, and she's like, I'm gonna like holla. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna cut back to Dragonstone. Yeah. And they're like basically choosing their plan of attack. She decides to ride with Sail. I meant to say Sail, but it came out weird. Yeah. To sail with Jon to Winterfell to show that they're allied and that she's not here to conquer. She's there to like help.
Basically, whatever Jon was saying right now, Khaleesi was not listening. She was like, I'll do whatever you want me to do. It was like that. Like she's not listening. Jon's like, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. She's like, She's like, we're getting on a boat alone? I'm down. Like, it was like that. Like
totally. She's like, so you in a boat and me and together.
And we're by ourselves?
And
like
the
boat's like rocking? Okay, cool. I'm down.
That's exactly how it went. And so then, okay, I know that you like weren't feeling this whole sequence, but Theon comes out of nowhere. And he's like,
can I just say why I'm not feeling it? It's because we're in the last freaking hour, and why are we still on Theon? Bro, like, this guy's dead from time. He, like, killed the Starks. He did all these, like, he ruined their freaking castle.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he came through for Sansa. Okay, big deal. Like, he did one freaking good thing. Okay, like, whatever. Big thing to do. But then he left his sister. He, like, freaking deserted her again. Like, I'm so over him.
True.
I'm really, guys, I'm really over him, especially because I feel like he doesn't really have a link anymore. Like,
I mean,
okay, he saves Yara, and then what?
We'll see.
He's gonna kill Euron, obviously. I know what his freaking story is. The ships are gonna kill the other ships. We get it. But like, why are you wasting time in the season finale on this guy getting his ass kicked?
Okay,
I didn't appreciate it.
So the one thing that really, I think, pulled me back into it was that conversation that he had with Jon, and how Jon reminded him and said...
The Jon scene was cute, yes. The one after that, I was not down for, but go ahead.
But it made me feel like, you know, because Theon was basically like, I was always the one that always, like, fucked up. I was always the one that, like, did all these, like, dumb things. You were always smarter than I was. You and Rob were always smarter than I was. Yeah. And then he's quick to remind him, he's like, you were a Greyjoy, but you're also like a Stark to me. And
he's like, don't worry, you're gender fluid. Like, you could be both at the same time. He's like, you are a Stark and a Greyjoy. And Theon's like, oh.
He's like, I forgive you for all the shit that you did.
I think Theon was just looking for like forgiveness and like.
And
I feel like Sansa already gave that to him, but like, I guess he needed more.
But I think you're so not down for it.
He's so needy.
He was just lost all this time, and I just feel like hearing it. So then basically he's like, I want to save my sister. And then Jon's like, what are you doing here then? Like, stop talking to me.
Yeah, which was amazing because I was literally saying
everyone was saying the same exact thing. It's true.
Jon's like, okay, cool. You're forgive. Go do you.
And so then he gets to the end, and there's like 3 people left in his entire fleet. Like, there's like 10 of them, maybe. Max. And they're all about to dig.
It's the guy that like picked them up from the water like from 3 episodes ago.
Right.
So he's like, what are you doing here? Like, your sister's like dead. Like, she's done now.
We're not gonna do anything.
He's like, no, she's not dead. Like, let's go save her. Like, we have to bring her back. Like, he's like, no. He's like, F that. He's like, we're gonna go find the next island and like live on that island and like, you know, like whatever. And he's like, no, she told us like we can't live like that.
And like, why are you listening? Anyway, whatever.
It was cute though how he was like, it's Yara's way. Like, whatever she wanted for us, we should listen to her. Like, we're still like, she's still our queen almost, which was cute. You know, like, yeah, I get it.
So then he goes and like gets this guy. And
they basically fight it out.
They fight it out, and then he finds a way to beat him. This is the one part that I didn't like love because I thought it was like kind of like cheese fest galore, where they're fighting, and he's like almost at his last legs. He gets up for the 3rd or 4th time after getting his ass beat really, really hard. And the guy comes in, and he tries to like kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
And like, there's nothing there. I feel like the sound effect was literally like clink.
It was like hollow. It was like, it was like hollow. It was like he was hitting like a stump of.
And then the guy was like, and then it shows Theon's face, and he's like smiling. He's like, ugh. He's like, you can't beat me now. And then he like headbutts him, and then he beats his ass. And I'm like, so you're telling me that the reason why he lost his dick was for this one moment that allowed him to come back through and then get this crew together so now he can save his sister. Like, what are you telling me right now?
No, I don't think it was that.
But like,
think
it was obviously,
like, it was like
they use it to his advantage.
Perfectly, yeah.
Like, come on, it was silly. I thought that part I thought it was silly. That one, just flip and send it. So he gets his like team together, and then they're like yada, and then they
jeez, oh god, I couldn't handle it.
Then they dip. That was the
like
part
I even looked at J-LAG and I was like, I'm down if this is like the end for him. Like, but if like somewhere away, like he saves his sister, okay, cool, goodbye. Like, that's it.
Like, we come back and like Euron's already dead. Okay, then it cuts to Winterfell. Yes, then we get our scene, like the scene.
Yeah,
and Sansa calls for Arya, so she's like,
"Will you get my sister for me?
Get my sister."
Like, okay, like calm the F down. Like, who do you think you are right now?
Lady Winterfell, damn it.
I mean, like, she's pretty good. Yeah,
so then
cool.
she like comes through. Arya's like chilling.
The room is full of people, like soldiers. Yeah. It's like official. The table's there. Sansa's in. But
Bran is there. Is
as soon as I saw Bran, I was like,
yeah,
okay.
I was like, when I saw Bran, I was like, okay, but like he wouldn't let
Arya
exactly.
Die. No. There's no way.
But then I was like, okay, but then what's going on?
Yeah.
So then she was like, you are here to answer to murder and treason. Yeah, you've been like called for treason and murder. Like, what do you have to say? Littlefinger. Like, did she call him? No. Balon.
The way she
Peter
said
Baelish,
it was so... She's like, you've been summoned here because you've been tried for murder. And
right. And then Arya's like...
Yeah, because I was like, okay.
Because even Arya was like, get on with it, you like freaking bitch. She's like, is
and
this
Littlefinger,
what you really
again, they did it again. For like the 20th time this season, he's just like lurking on the wall, looking like all like creepy and like happy.
His favorite like lurk wall.
Because he thinks that she's doing what he told her to sort of do. Yeah. And of course she calls him out and he's like, huh? He's like, what are you talking about? She's like, you did this. And they go on to list every single thing the snake has done in the show. And it was one of the best deaths I've ever seen on the show.
Just because
you get everything to hear back, everything. Like, oh my God. And even when like Bran was like, you held a knife to his throat and you were like, see, I told you. What did he say? He was like...
he was like, oh, you shouldn't have trusted me.
Yeah.
Because like now... he can see that shit.
Yeah.
So being able
to... So even Littlefinger was like, huh? Like, how does he know that?
Yeah. And so, like, now he's basically, like, fucked. And he, like, pleads with her. He, like, gets on his, like, knees.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
And for him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I loved you.
He went to his army. And he's like, please, like, I'm the thing of the veil. Like, you have to take me back home. He's like, no. He's like, you're done.
I'm not doing this. You fucking killed, like, the woman. Yeah. Like, you killed her.
That's her, I think, her brother.
End. Oh, that's her brother.
I think that's the brother, yeah.
I think you're right. And so everybody's pissed. He's like kneeling. He wants to like do this. And then Sansa's like, you are hereby executed. And then Arya comes
He's
through.
like, I loved your mother. He goes, and she's like, you still screw, like, you still think that, like, you still
kill, like,
whatever. Like, you still like, a thing.
Like, betrayed us.
Betrayed her.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I loved your aunt. She's like, no, like, you killed my aunt.
You killed her.
He's like, I loved you.
Like,
and
but
she's
you
like, no, you still betrayed me.
Like, you sold me to the freaking Boltons. So, like, she
I totally forgot about that.
Like, she got, like, everything said.
She had everything, like, ready to go. Like, her lines were on point.
You know, it was really, really cool to see her, like, cutting back from season 6 where she got the revenge on, like, Ramsay. And now she's getting her revenge on Littlefinger. It's all, like... Sansa's glowing up. Sansa keeps glowing up. Like, and I feel like seeing her kind of end off
not on
this,
her own.
No,
she has the help of her sister and her brother. Like, without them, like, I don't think it would have happened.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's important to like remember too. Like, it's them as collectively, like, as a family.
So I think like and then he gets his like throat slit.
Yeah.
But like I guess that kind of not ends, but it really closes off that whole sister drama that we were all worried about all season essentially. How do you feel about everything kind of resolving itself the way it did?
It was amazing. No, like, for sure. Like, I did see it. I was like, I feel like she's going to make him feel like he does have her. And then in the last second, she's going to, boom, switch it.
Right.
Just because I feel like she can't be that girl again. Like,
right.
She has to. And she even said it. She goes, you're right. I am a slow learner.
Yeah.
She's like, but I do learn. Like, it might take me a while, but, like, I do learn. So,
and she does say, like, thanks for all the lessons, bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm leaving. Yeah. And I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah. And, like, family's family. Like, she's not going to, like, go against her sister. And it was just weird to think that, like, she would even think that Arya wants to be the Lady of Winterfell. Like, Arya's never been that girl to be like, I want to be like a queen. Like, it's not, she's not like that. Yeah. So...
I really like the way
it all played out really
I like
well,
the way the
dramatic.
writers played it out, the way like it was directed. Really,
I think it was maybe a bit dragged on too much.
I agree.
Like, it didn't have to go.
They could have done it like
all
episode
season.
4. You know, like they could have done it all just so we can like get it over with. Because at this point in time, really, and it was the same thing. Kind of this episode. We have to understand that there's so much more happening with like the White Walkers and. They're
bigger things.
They're effing here, guys. They're effing here. So,
and then where does it cut to?
It cuts to King's Landing.
King's Landing. And yes.
Jamie's like, "All right, boys, here what we're gonna do."
He was so excited.
He was so excited to like.
He's like, "We're gonna go help them. We're gonna be on their side now. We're all gonna like be one team. Right. Cool, one
and
love."
And then Cersei's like, "What you doing?"
She's like, "Come here." She's like, "Come here, bitch. Come here."
Yeah.
He's like, "What? What did I do now?" She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm talking to them to tell them like how we're gonna go fight."
She's like, "Are you fucked?
We ain't fighting. Are you dumb? Like, are you dumb?"
Are you dumb?
She's like, we're not fighting. He goes, what are you talking about? He's like, we said we're gonna fight with them. She's like, no. She's like, you think Euron actually like left like actually like that?
Yeah.
And he was like, and then you're like hearing it too as an audience. You're like, what? Like she set everything up from that first second. Yes. No. We know Cersei. Don't let her trick you.
Don't let her trick you like that. So he gets cheese because he's like, you
didn't tell me anything.
You made this plan like behind my back. But then she's like, you fucking conspired with my brother behind my back. So like, fuck you too.
And he kept saying like he's like, we made a promise.
Yeah.
We put an oath. Like we're going to go help them. Yeah. You can't not help them right now. Like what the hell?
I feel so bad for Jaime because I think that he's lived his entire life being this person who like breaks oaths and has to like
that's what it is. That's what it is. And like he wants to change his like the name that's always been put on him.
And she's pulled him to like the edge. Like he's like had it now.
Especially with this last meeting.
Yeah.
And him being like, because maybe if she had told him like, P.S. like we're not gonna actually help them.
Right.
Going into it, he might have been like, okay, cool. I know what's gonna happen. But like getting into it and seeing his brother and like seeing hope for their world too, and like being like, no, let's all be one and help. And then her ripping it from him again and being like, no, we're not helping them. Like, we're going to be shady.
Because you also have to remember, like, at that point in time when she, like, made that promise to everybody and pledging, she, in my mind, was making the right decision because she was like, because she said she was like, don't forget who is going to help you in this war when that war,
but she's just saying that to make it more believable.
But it's just, like, all fucked up because, like, I was like, you could have totally come through. You totally would have come through for everybody and everybody would have been like, respect.
No, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I know she's playing it right now. That's what I mean. Like, it was too easy. Like, you never hear Cersei say, I'll help you, or I'm good with that. Never have you ever heard her say that in the entire show.
I thought it was because of like the survival of her family and the survival of the future of her family. Like, she would at least do that, but she has too much pride.
So anyways,
and that's why
Jaime's like cheese at her right now. He was like so cheese. He's like, are you stupid? Like, are you dumb? Like, you can't beat her. Like, you're not gonna, even if they kill them, like someone's gonna win. He's like, someone's gonna win that fight. Either she wins, then she's gonna come and kill you, or they're gonna win. Like the White Walkers are gonna win, and they're gonna come kill us anyways. And she was like, haha. She's like, whatever. She's like, I just like bought a next like army,
so I'm good. She's like, no one's gonna touch me. I'm fine.
He's just like shaking his head. He's like, yo, you're delusional though. Like he's looking at her like, you're not gonna win this. Like,
I really feel like it was like a very, very heartbreaking moment for him because it all kind of plays out.
I wish they showed it a little bit more.
Like a little bit longer.
A little bit longer of him having that realization over it, like that look in his eyes, because he was getting there. He was looking at her like she's crazy. But I just wish that it was a bit longer for him to really be like, no,
I know what you mean.
She's far gone. Like I can't anymore.
I think the one moment that you do kind of see,
but it does happen when
and that last little moment where basically he's like ready to walk away because she's like, nobody walks away from me, and he's like, what are you gonna fucking kill me? And so she kind of like says, like, she like nods to the mountain.
It was the exact question Tyrion asked her like 20 minutes before, and he's like, say it, like say the command and he'll kill me. And so you're waiting for her, and I thought she was gonna say like,
well, I think she does say, she's like, okay.
She says it,
she says like, okay.
She's like, do it. Like, she nods her head, I think.
And then he's like, you're not gonna fucking do it. And then he just walks away.
And the interesting thing too, in that before that scene, he goes, it's just you and me now. He's like, you're all like,
I'm all you have.
like that's it. And she's like, no, I have like my kid. Like, she points to her stomach.
And she's like, there's going to be no future for your fucking kid if, like, these White Walkers come. Like, they're all
so she's not even seeing Jaime in the picture anymore. She's like, I mean my baby, and that's it. And so he looks at her like she's disgusting. And he's like...
He's heartbroken because, like,
I don't believe you.
He gave up so much and still continues to give up so much for her. And she, like, treats him like this. Like, this was his breaking point.
And then she kept insulting him, too. She's like, you're stupid. Like... She goes, all the times like dad was talking, like you weren't even listening because like you're an idiot boy who wanted to fight. She's like, I was listening. I'm the one that knows everything. Like, see, like
she was that sister. Like she was always like that sister, like the one who's like
she
always,
she
like,
really beats him down really really hard,
like really rough, really tight.
And so we see him.
And then he just dips.
So he walks away from like the mountain or whatever. He's like, I don't believe you. and he just like walks away.
Yeah.
But then he leaves. Like he like dips.
Yeah.
Like he's on a horse, like going somewhere.
And then it starts snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing everywhere now. Now it's snowing at King's Landing.
Yeah.
It's snowing everywhere.
Now like winter is like in
Winter
King's
is
Landing.
here. That's it.
And so since this is the last time we see Jaime this episode, what do you think he's gonna do next for next season?
Well, let's do predictions after.
Okay.
Let's do predictions after.
I feel like I'm gonna forget because so much happens. But it cuts to Winterfell, and Sam rolls up. He comes through, and he goes and talks to Bran, and Bran is like, "Hey."
They have such a like
awkward conversation.
It was a very like put the pieces together, cool, we got it, like moment. Sure. Like it was so rushed almost. We've been waiting all season for these two pieces to click and connect.
Come together. Yeah.
And like Bran says it so fast. He's like, I have to tell Jon about who he is, and Sam's like, huh?
What are you talking about?
Who is he?
And then he just goes out right and says it. He's like, Jon is the bastard child of Rhaegar Targaryen and
my aunt Lyanna. And so like
he was born in like Essos or wherever. Yeah. He's
not
sand.
snow, he's sand.
And then like Sam is like, no, but wait.
Yeah. He's like, hold on, I know more information.
And so so then he tells him the thing that Gilly told the audience. Like
he's like, Rhaegar requested an annulment from his first wife to get married to his next wife. That must have been Lyanna.
So it's
official. So like Jon's like officially like.
And then Bran's like, it was so random because then like at that point in time, like he's like, yo, could you see that though? Like, are you able to like, now that I've told you it, can you see it? So then Bran's like, let me look into my memory bank. And then he like, he fucking sees it.
He sees it. I'm like, okay, like where was this before? like you wasted all damn season.
So then it was really cute. It shows like freaking Rhaegar, which we've never seen before.
He looks like Viserys.
He looks very much like Viserys. Ew. And and then it's Lyanna, and they're getting married like at like the edge of like a water and in front of like the godswood, and they're so happy, whatever. And then they're like, oh shit, that means that Jon is the real heir to the throne, but he's busy right now, can't come to the phone right now because.
So basically, like the scene is like. Did it cut in between?
It's a cut. It's a cut back and forth. So like as we're talking, I just want to get like all of Bran's shit out of the way.
Get that first part out there. So this part be good.
They're cutting back and forth, and like as like they're like narrating his like story and like storyline in his life, he's like knocking on the door, and it's like the Targaryen symbol. Yeah. So he's basically like right in front of the Targaryen door as they're basically revealing that he's a Targaryen. Yes, and they're on the boat, and then he knocks on the door. Sure enough, like. Daenerys opens the door, and he does. No words are necessary.
What I don't understand is
I know what you're thinking.
How did you get from that conversation in the dragon pit to like come into my room?
Come into my room.
Like what happened in that time?
We're gonna try to find out if you could get Brady or not.
I was like, yo, there could have been like a mid scene in there somewhere.
You know, it's so funny because now that I'm thinking about it, like, how does he even know at that point in time that the queen wants to even go and like go fuck around with some like random guy that you just met?
What do you mean?
Because like she's a queen. Who knows if like she...
No, but what you're saying is like, how did he know that she liked him?
No, it's just like, how does he know that a queen is down for like just like having sex with some random person?
Well, she was giving him signs,
I guess.
That's what I mean though. Like there's definitely like a connection there. 100% there was a connection. True. They both admired each other, and like she got turned on when like he was honest in that moment in front of Cersei. He was like, "No, I have a queen. Like that's my queen." 100%. She was like down.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like from that scene to like come into my room right now, like what happened though? Like you guys didn't talk about.
Maybe they had dinner like on the boat, and then anyway, like they kicked each other on the table. Who knows?
So like he comes into her room, and then the door closes, and I'm like, oh hell to the no!
Oh, I
know. Not show me this scene.
Do not leave us out of this room. How dare you?
I think that's when it cuts back to like the flashback of Bran that he has.
It cuts back, but then it also like kind of cuts to like this really awkward, lurky, weird shot of Tyrion.
So as the door shuts. You see Tyrion in the hallway, and he's lurking hard. Man. Like his face is angry,
like concerned. Like
and I want to talk about this after, but just quickly right now, like it looked like he was jealous.
Jelly, totally, totally. And I don't understand why he didn't.
He's probably in love with her.
But that's weird though.
Why?
Because everybody's in love with her. Yeah. Jorah already has that storyline.
But I feel like that's Jorah's out. Jorah needs to go to the nursing home and like chill. Wow, but Tyrion, triangle. love triangle.
But not right. But no, she was never down for that. She was never down for him.
She's not down for him. Maybe he's down for her.
But sure, but fine. But like, don't show us that. What's gonna happen? What? We don't need no love triangle right about now.
But his brother's coming through, so like maybe he's gonna go back to the Lannisters.
I can't. Oh, you think that's what's gonna happen?
Anyways, okay, let's finish the episode.
Okay, cool. So then we get that scene. Dunce. Oh my god. I like it's burned into my mind. It's burned into my memory. Thank you to all of like the cinematographers, directors. Thank you, all of you, for just giving us that moment. It was a good scene. It was the moment that we all needed to see.
It was like nakedness on a bed.
It wasn't like some of that like dirty like horror sex that we saw in the first season of Game of Thrones. It was like
it was like passionate,
and
that connection, that intense like
nice ass shot, like just beautiful Jon's body shots. Down for all of it. It was just like beautiful, and he's just like standing over her, and then I think in that moment that's when Bran is like, he is the king. And he's like and then he's like, I'm about to book you. And so they have sex. Yeah. And
but like it was fast. It was like right then it was like
a quick shot. Then
it
was done. I was like,
we cut back out.
And then
but then like Tyrion's still looking. Like he's literally like standing there.
He's like basically
he wants to know how long like it's gonna last. Yeah. Like what the hell?
Like he's like, can I come in after? Like who knows what's
gonna happen. That was really weird.
It was weird to cut back from Tyrion. Like let's just have this moment. Can we please? All fans have been wanting this moment.
Like can it just be the moment? Not that someone's like lurking on the outside.
Exactly. Like we were basically, I guess. Like I felt like awkward with
unless
Tyrion.
Like Tyrion knows, man. He really knows who Jon is.
No, because then he would have tried his best to make that not happen.
Yeah, how is he gonna know they're gonna go have like sex to like in that moment?
I don't know. He would have put two and two together. He's single, she's single. They're gonna
I know, but like, what's he gonna do? Hey guys, can I just like bother you guys for a sec? Like, what is he gonna do?
I don't fucking know. I just think that like that's like it's so obvious that that's what was gonna happen. And thank you everybody who played a part in that moment for us. Thank you. Then it cuts.
It finally happens.
It finally happens, and then we cut to. I mean, technically we're still in Winterfell, so I'm not gonna say that we're in Winterfell. So Sansa and Arya have a really beautiful final moment where there is kind of over like looking.
They're on like that balcony thing.
Little balcony, and they're kind of like at two separate pits. And if you guys recall from last season, the last time that they were both, or not both of them, but the last time that we saw Sansa last season, she was up there with Jon, saying like winter is here now. Yeah. So to see Arya like two more Starks kind of sitting up there and having this conversation, and having a conversation that I feel like we needed to hear.
I needed to hear it. It was very like I almost wanted them to cry together, to just be like letting it all out and what they've been through in this whole time. Yeah. But still, like it was such a beautiful scene, and I really needed it. Like I think
totally
it hadn't gotten to that level thus far in the season, and they were kind of saying a poem that like their dad always said, or like a motto like their dad always said, and Arya's like, I miss him, and she's like, and Sansa's like, I know him too.
That was like a tear-jerking moment.
It was really really like gut-wrenching. I was like, at the core of who they are, like they're still sisters, they're blood, they're family, like,
and they still have the same like bond, life and like what had happened to their whole family, and how much
their father like really like influenced them. You know, like when you look at them and what they've gone through and how they're still there, and like, how they even played Littlefinger. Like Sansa's like, dude, like you're my sister. Like I was never gonna like go behind you. Right. And like, you know, those things are all like instilled because of like who their father was.
R.I.P. Ned Stark. Oh my gosh. R.I.P. Ned Stark, honestly,
for sure.
So
that's and I think when you look at it, it's a really beautiful thing, because in one part of the episode they're bashing Jon because of who his father was, an honorable man. He could never lie, but like it got him killed, and it got Rob killed. Yeah. But then also like you see another side of it where like this man was so like, he showed so much love to his children, and like how important family was. Yeah. Look how strong they are together. Yeah. Because Liza and Catelyn weren't strong like that, right? Yeah. Like,
and that's why they like fell apart. And I think the one thing that I kind of took away from that moment too was we started with the Stark family. This whole show started with us seeing the Stark family picking up these direwolves out of nowhere, these children finding these direwolves. So we remember that like there is a central point to like why this story started with them, and where they've all gone since then, and seeing two of them, two such strong Stark characters, side by side, really talking shit out, and seeing how far they have both come. Like, Arya's come so far, Sansa's come so far, and it's all just because like they were that family that we all kind of started, and we're so behind them always, like 100%. So it was really cool to see that as like one of the final things that we see. But the final thing is we don't see that. We see Eastwatch.
Yeah.
And
we see Bran seeing Eastwatch.
And so he's chilling at the tree, he's just like dialing in or whatever, and the ravens come through and they're just like chilling on the wall, and then we see Tormund and he's just like chilling too.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the freaking army's there.
Yeah.
Like, it is at the wall.
They're coming through the forest
at Eastwatch. Yeah. So if you don't remember, Eastwatch is at the coastline. So it's water, and then it's like the wall, basically. And we had assumed, I had personally assumed, that they were just gonna freeze the water and just walk around, because like I would have done that. Like, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But I think shit changed because of the fact that they got a dragon. Yeah. So they walk up. Everybody's ready to go. Everyone's like, okay, let's like get our shit together. They're here, but maybe they're not going to fight. Like, how are they even going to get through this wall? Yeah. Next thing we know, we see this dragon come through. We get our freaking fire question mark ice breathing dragon, blue fire breathing dragon coming through with the Night King on his back, and he just like blasts the crap out of the wall to the point where like it falls.
Yeah,
and they just basically walk right through. And that's it.
And guys. I was looking at J-LAG and I was like, okay, but like also like if they didn't have this dragon, like how are they gonna come through? And we're like, yeah, we don't know, I guess. Like, but like, they kind of just like had an easy.
They probably would have just waited there. They probably just would have sat there
for waited.
What? Who knows? Wait until something changed.
Like, what's gonna change?
Cold ice,
maybe
waiting for the water to freeze over. Who knows? Like, I feel like they would have found a way.
Yeah.
But it's just like now it's more dramatic.
Yeah,
exactly. They have a fucking dragon.
Exactly.
So
and the Night King was like riding that thing.
Yeah, so it was terrifying, but also very cool to see, because like we had never seen blue fire and a zombie dragon, obviously. Yeah. So it was cool, but also like, oh, good, shit's gonna go down next season.
Yeah.
Go down next season. So let's start with our little quick predictions.
I still can't believe Cersei's freaking alive. I honestly can't believe she made it through this freaking
same
to the last season. But I definitely can see Jaime teaming up with Tyrion.
Yeah.
He's gonna go on their side. He's gonna be like, "You're my bro."
Yeah.
And ultimately he will kill her. I definitely I can see that happening.
Sure.
Whether or not it happens like after the Night King, I don't know.
I don't know why we would need to see that then. Like why did it need to? Why couldn't we just like see her end off now?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense why you're gonna come back around later. Like, it would have been really,
these guys are gonna put in work next season. They're gonna be trying to kill these guys, and like, what are you gonna be doing?
Yeah.
Like, coming through, like, where?
Like, she's cheesed obviously at this point that like he left her. He like left her high and dry, so she's pissed. But like, I don't care anymore. Like, that you have so many like issues with all the people that you love. Like, I get it. Like, Jaime's gone.
She'll probably marry Euron, and then like.
And then what though?
I don't know, but she'll die. We know that. So, but I mean, like, it's the last season anyway.
But now, now it still goes all the way back to the question of like how the f she's gonna die. Jaime's gonna get so pissed that she's fucking Euron now, and then she's gonna kill.
Gonna kill her? I don't know, but he'll kill her. He'll kill her. They'll come back and they'll kill her probably. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tyrion is like, I'm gonna go back to like being my brothers, like Jaime and Tyrion are back together. You know what I mean?
Friends.
Like back on the Lannister tip.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible. That's very, very highly possible.
Yeah,
for sure.
Especially with him, Tyrion lurking. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's very true.
It made me feel like really weird.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I was just like, what are you like? What's wrong with them two like hooking up though? Like, what's wrong with that?
Stop being so weird about it. And then, what do you think about? So speaking of which, what do you think about Jon and Dany? Now they're a couple, power couple.
Oh, man, I cannot wait for that baby to come through.
Power couple. He's like, I'm gonna get you.
She'll probably have like triplets or something, or like twins. Maybe.
Oh yeah, twins.
I don't know why I'm getting I don't know why you said it like that, but definitely like she's gonna get pregnant. 100, she's gonna get pregnant.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be really interesting to see her getting pregnant and then having to fight the freaking White Walkers. Like, what is she gonna do? Ride this dragon when she's like pregnant? Like,
I'm sure it's gonna be like, we're gonna keep fucking, and then we're gonna keep trying to have babies, and then at the very
I think
end
it's gonna
of the war,
fast. I bet you it's gonna happen fast.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Well, by the time,
okay, you say like it's gonna like she'll get pregnant like at the end.
Yeah. And then
okay.
I have a baby on the way.
She's like, oh my god, I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Like cute. My period didn't come, so like I'm good.
That might be cute, but it'd be cute to see like it being born like alive, because she has been pregnant in the past.
True.
And she hasn't been able to like. Do you know what I mean? Like that first moment of her holding a baby.
I'm sure we're gonna get a fast forward and see it all kind of like come through at the end of it all. But like I definitely see...
And like, is Jon still gonna be in the picture?
Yeah,
he's gonna be like, that's my
aunt's
baby, Auntie Cal.
Oh, no, let's not do that.
Weird.
That's so weird. It's gonna be very weird. I think next season when it all kind of.
But don't forget, like I feel like they're not gonna like be doing it the entire time, because I feel like he's gonna find out right away.
Yeah.
So he's gonna find out probably in the first episode, and I want that to happen.
Yeah, they're on
their way to Winterfell. Oh my god, why? Why are we waiting this long for this?
Imagine though, they like break up, like quote unquote, break up.
They won't. Like, the only reason why they'll have a breakup is because they'll find this information out.
But that's what I'm trying to say. They break up as soon as they find out this information. But she's like, I'm already pregnant.
And that's what I mean. Like, that's why I feel like she's gonna be pregnant for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it has to happen early on. You know what I mean?
Freaking Beyonce, freaking baby boy.
Yeah, because they won't be like doing it when like they already know that they're related, unless they will, like unless they can't stop.
I can't help myself.
You know what I mean?
Like, I can't quit you.
Yeah. Other predictions like Arya,
Sansa. I don't know. I mean, like everyone's gonna be fully reunited by the time like they get back.
Yeah.
Jon's gonna be able to see Arya for the first time, and Bran, because he hadn't seen Bran yet. So I think that there's gonna be a lot of emotional turmoil in the beginning. I don't know what's like in it for Arya. I think Arya, it would be really, really cool now that she has like that piece of dragon glass, like the Valyrian steel and stuff. I would love to see her like kill a White Walker at least once, like one of them.
She probably will.
But I don't know. I feel like the doom is coming,
and that's another thing.
They're all screwed. So
it's like, how far down are they gonna get?
They're gonna get
before like they start like actually like
like killing people.
I don't know, guys. It's gonna be really crazy.
Like it'll be really, really fucked if like Bran is like, yo, by the way, you're a Targaryen, and then like 2 minutes later the White Walkers are at their door and they all like get murdered.
But even if they don't, like even if that doesn't happen, what are they gonna do? Wait around for them to come to them?
Who
like
knows?
What's the next plan of attack? Like do they like go to them and fight, or like do they just retreat?
Right.
Like, how do you even fight that? I don't even know.
Like, now that everything's kind of coming to a head, like, 6 episodes, I kind of get it. You know what I mean? Like, now that all these pieces are, like, really connected, like, especially at the end of this episode, I can see why they didn't want to extend it to 10 episodes.
But you can still extend it if you want.
I know. It's just because, like, we really want to see more. We want to see
more, of course.
But I definitely can see them.
They could have had an episode just on Khaleesi and Jon.
And I want to see it.
Do you know what I mean? Like really talking to each other and like feeling that connection.
But then like what? They're gonna have like a dating situation, and then like we're gonna find it out. Like it's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah,
you know,
it's happening. I guess.
Like I think
still
like seeing it the way we saw it, we were supposed to feel conflicted as we're hearing all this information being put out. Like, oh, just to let you know, like they are related, and like at the exact same moment they're like effing each other. We needed to see it that way, and it was hot, and I don't care. Like, not care. Yeah. Me not care.
And we said that, we're like, it's probably gonna happen when like
back and forth. So that's it, guys. Holy crap!
Sad.
What a season! Sad. It was definitely the best season that they've had so far. Phenomenal, absolutely. You know what?
That's one of the like biggest debates. I think is like what season is the best season.
Yeah.
Because last season was really good too.
Last season was really good.
Last season was like next level.
I don't know. Red Wedding is a great season too.
But this season, I have to say, it might be in its own realm because of how fast everything was. It's not fair if you compare it to other seasons because like, dude, like things were happening like at light speed. Like even this one, they were like already back at Dragonstone, like from like King's Landing. So like,
real quick.
It's definitely another season on its own level. Whether or not, I don't know, guys. I think it's gonna be crazy.
The reason why I'm saying that is mostly because like I feel like we're seeing the larger picture more for the first time ever. We hear about the White Walkers. By the larger picture, I'm talking about the White Walkers and this like big great war that's supposed to happen. I think like that is a point of the show. Like yes, the nuances of like who's gonna take over the throne and all that kind of stuff kind of kept us distracted for 6 seasons. But season 7, this season was a season where like you see that this is what the big issue is. Yeah. This is what we all need to figure out, and this is what we need to do.
But Cersei's still not on the same page, which I don't understand how that's gonna happen. Like if anything, the White Walker is coming through. Like yes, I can see everyone fighting them. How are people gonna get to Cersei and kill her? Yeah. Or like how is she gonna like? I have no idea. I have no idea.
I mean, unless Jamie can like just tell them all the truth, like just be like.
I would have been down for her to die like tonight.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with her story like ending tonight.
Same. I was like waiting for him to like choke her on that chair. Yeah. But it didn't happen. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how it all kind of plays out next season. Last season.
And guys, like next season's gonna be like in 2019, not 2018.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be late 2018, so maybe the fall. Yeah. Or they're saying early 2019, so like probably Jan 2019.
And I think I said that to you too. I was like, imagine they push it all the way to winter, so we're experiencing it in winter.
That makes sense, but I also feel like it might just be like a production thing too.
Yeah, but I think like it may like to me, I was like it would be really really cool if they like made the last season because we always watch it in the summer, but now like see like winter's here.
In the winter,
like to watch a show that we've always expected to watch in the summer.
But winter was here this season though, like.
But we didn't see it fall in King's Landing until the end of the season.
True, in King's Landing, true.
I think like now winter is here fully. Yeah, like it's now here. So yeah, that's it, guys. I feel so lost now. I don't know what to do. There's like nothing else to do. So I don't know. Check us out. I hope you guys like this.
We'll be back. We have other shows that we're recapping, so we'll be back. But I mean, Game of Thrones is like epic, so you can't even like.
How can you even beat it? I can't believe it's already over.
I can't wait to watch it again though. I'm gonna watch tonight's episode again.
I'm gonna watch the entire season again.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys.
That's it for
don't forget to follow us. Check us out on Twitter. Recap_rewind. And that's it.
That's it, homies. Bye. We had so much fun.
So much fun. Okay. All right. Deuces.
Bye.